A few weeks ago, I actually lost my funded account, and I remember thinking that I was probably the best trader when I was able to pass the funded phase in less than a week. But realization stepped in, and I had to admit that there were some things that I have to work on. For most people, when it comes to trading, we typically try to do this route by ourselves. But over time, I came to realize that if you want to go somewhere for a longer period, you want to have people around you that have the same mindset and are going for the same thing that you are actually going for. And this is how I came to one of my longest friends who actually taught me the basics of trading. But then I actually started doing things on my own, and then I realized like this is harder than it is. And even though my pride wanted me to say I'm able to do this on my own and get everything done by myself, I had to look in the mirror and say I need help. So with that being said, he's launching a hedge fund, and over the next, I want to say around 6-7 months, over those periods, I'll be documenting everything that we go through from our morning routine, gym sessions, everything that is a part of this life. You guys will be privy to the highs, the lows, every single thing. I think I might want to call this trading with the Titan. That has a nice ring to it. But anyway, we'll be able to see whether or not you're actually able to generate money from the markets that have taken so much from so many people, and why only 1% of traders are actually profitable and can do this for an extended period of time. Trading with the Titan, season 1. Lock in.
This is insane, bro. Like, how do you actually blow a funded account because you weren't paying attention? Like, this is so annoying, bro. I have to now that I'm thinking about it, the more I think about it, it's like the more angry I get, bro. It's hard, bro. Like, pay the fuck attention, bro. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard, but no. Mappa wanna be doing, and it's the dumbest shit too. It's not even like everything else where, oh, you oversized, or you just didn't. It's just the fact that just you not paying attention, bro. That shit is so fucking stupid, bro.
That red car right there?
Bro,
How's the train ride?
don't kill me, bro. Oh my god. Bro, you already heard what's going on, bro. You already saw what's going on, bro.
Prop account blow up.
Yeah, bro. Shit is fucking insane, bro.
It's kind of bad.
It's kind of trash. It's kind of trash. I can't lie.
When'd you blow it? Was it like one of the 50K accounts or
Yeah,
like?
it's one of the 50K, and it's like, yo, bro. I can't, bro. I can't even say why. It's just me not paying attention. All right, fuck you then. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have flicked in. Oh damn. But yeah, bro. Basically, just did a full size on one account when it was supposed to be half size on one account, and I didn't realize that I double stacked it because I put them on two separate screens.
Double size the position.
It double size the position, bro. It's worse ways to go out, cause like I've seen people like do literal, like they intentionally say, all right, yo, I'm about to risk this amount right here so I could make this amount. Like they don't even, like, I was consciously saying this is what I'm gonna do, and then
Didn't work out.
it's just me not paying attention to what was happening, bro. But and so you actually starting the fund for real?
Actually starting the fund, so it should be up and running in September. So like 1 month.
Perfect. We can show these nerds. Well, you can show these nerds how this is actually done. Then I'll just be learning. Hell yeah. Or is that them? McClarsky? Ooh.
I need to get a detail of this actually so bad.
We're supposed to go downstairs and hedge everything. Alright, what are we hedging again?
Alright, so we have the Microsoft Condor expiring tomorrow. This is the bottom band. We don't need to hedge that. Top band, we're already slightly hedged via a butterfly with the same expiration. So that's currently the hedge, but the reason why I'm going to add an additional hedge, we have Amazon and Apple earnings coming up. And if they both fly, then Microsoft's going to be carried along with it, and we're most likely not only going to breach the Condor band on the top, we're going to breach the Butterfly, which is supposed to be the hedge, and it's going to end up taking 2 losses. So we're going to hedge as a sympathy play by buying 1 DTE calls on Apple and Amazon in about 2 minutes right before the market closes. Yo, everyone's buying calls right now.
Is that a good sign?
Not for us. Well, we got the credit spreads. Like, look, green after green. Okay, we got some red. Let's see. Go to Amazon. Let's just filter the buys. Yeah, Amazon is. We need Amazon calls as a hedge. Look at this. Amazon is a definite. Let's see, Apple. Let's go to the buys. Apple's kind of mixed. So go to Amazon. Let's see what we're at right now. We're at 235. So we want to know the expected move for earnings. So for the expected move, let's go to the options chain, type in Amazon. All we do is add together the price of the at the money straddle, which is, let's just call it 8.8 plus 9.2. So let's just call it 18. I think Amazon's going to move $18. They're just pricing them a lot. So we'll get it at like, I don't think it'd go past 250 to 260, but we're going to get the higher end because we want the tail risk hedge. If we just wanted to capitalize off of the play, we would probably buy calls around like anywhere from 240 to 250. Since we're only hedging basically a tail risk scenario with Microsoft, which is a huge jump, that's why we can move it up to 260. And it'll be cheaper, so.
Bro, you know what I was thinking?
What?
You think, for the most part, like, especially institutional traders, I've been understanding that most of them do, like, it's mostly fundamental analysis for the majority of what's happening, and then after a while they add technicals into it. Because it's like, for you, what do you think fundamentals are? Like really? I'm genuinely
Fundamental
asking.
analysis is like looking at like the revenue and like the profit margins, that type of stuff.
Because clearly we went down, consolidated. So if we're looking at something like this, like what would, apart from earnings, was there any other indication that would tell you that we were going to actually spike? Or was it just...
Earnings is the reason it spiked. Institutional traders, they don't look at fundamental analysis. That's like long-term buy and hold type of hedge funds, or like pension funds and stuff like that. Institutional traders mostly look at volatility. So they'll look, because their whole thing is price action isn't predictable, which they're kind of right. But volatility is predictable in the sense that if volatility spikes, it's probably going to spike. And let me just show you so it's easy to explain. When volatility spikes, it's going to be followed by more volatility. When volatility is low, it's going to be followed by more periods of low volatility. So you can't tell like what the next day is going to be, but you can tell that the spikes are going to have, you're not going to go all the way up here to all the way down here all at once. And it's always going to like mean revert. So when you get a spike up here, you know that eventually it's going to come back down. When it gets back here, you know eventually it's going to go back up. So the institutional traders just look at where can I buy low volatility and sell high volatility. And on Microsoft, if that's via a debit spread or a condor or a credit spread or like a calendar or like any structure that you're using, it's all based, 90% of it is based on the volatility.
So even today when we were talking about Microsoft and shit, volatility was basically one of the key factors that made you actually enter that shit, right?
Yeah, so for Microsoft and Meta, so Microsoft is up here. So even though earnings just happened, we had a big move and implied volatility is still decently high. So as an institutional trader, you want to sell volatility to capture that. And we sell it by just doing an iron condor. So obviously that's our lower band, that's our higher band. This expires tomorrow. And same thing with Meta. Obviously when it drops, volatility typically stays inflated a little bit more. So Meta, you can see we have a lot more room and it's just moving sideways. So this one is way better of a player right now. We're up on both of them. On Meta, we're up about 40%. Microsoft, we're up about 9% because even though it moved against us, the vol crush outpaced that, so we're still up. So for Meta, same thing. It dropped down. Implied volatility is still high. We think that it's going to fade now that earnings is gone. So we sell volatility, which is just an iron condor. If we thought that it dropped and it's going to tank another 50% because bad news is going to come out, we think that volatility is going to increase because it has to increase for it to drop, and then we want to buy volatility. So in that case, instead of doing like credit spreads or iron condors, we'd probably just buy puts. because that's buying volatility, and when it drops, not only do we make money from the direction, but we make more money because the volatility expands, which inflates the price of the option even more. And that's why a lot of the times, you know, the direction might only make you 100%, but you might be up 300% or 400% because the IV inflated it that much. So that's what they look at. Not all of them, but...
What you doing, boss?
Stacks, what are you doing?
Doing some bullshit.
Today is 7/30/2026. For those who do care.
Which way do you think it's going?
For, you said it was Amazon and which one?
Amazon and Apple.
Apple's going down a little bit. I think Amazon's gonna give us a spike.
Yeah, I think if one of them's gonna go up, it's gonna be Amazon. We'll see in 1 hour.
Bro, you want to give them the stack sauce? Nah, we gotta cut the stack sauce out.
We can
bro.
cut it out.
In hefty pocket gamers, bro. He has such a bad habit of doing that, chat. Crazy work, bro.
Time for the brokies.
Thinking everybody got
They're
bans.
judging me.
Wait a minute.
Alright, when are we eating? Because we have the event at 5. Not event, but...
We could go right now. Anytime you're ready.
Alright, let's go.
Billy, you too, buddy. Love my silver car.
Yeah, I imagine, right?
Somebody said, man, driving behind in front of you, I wasn't that close to you. I raced a little bit. I want to race. I was very comfortable in the car. I was T-boned in the front.
This one yours? Yeah. Oh, very cool. Yeah, yours stands out. How long have you had it for?
So, all this experience just builds up over time, and you know, you just become stronger, more powerful. We went through the Meta plays, the Microsoft play, and then we had the Amazon play to round off the day. It's amazing how, I don't want to say we predicted the market, because you really can't. We really didn't predict the market. We just made an educated decision. I don't want to say guess either, but it really was just the decision that we made. We're going to go long on Amazon, because you can observe, like, we literally said Apple is not going to get the same effect as Amazon. I do want to say it kind of comes from a fundamental perspective, but it's also technical for the most part. You know, everybody goes crazy over Amazon in general, so that play is going to work out very nicely. By the end of day, We took a 1 DTE call. By the end of the day, we were up 22%. This was even before the spike happened. And then after the spike, it really is just a matter of holding the position. So if tomorrow we open up at around, I want to say like 260, should be up about like 400%, which is actually insane when you think about the numbers. I want to make sure I say it. We won't ever discuss dollar amounts when it comes to the options specifically. We want to discuss percentages so everybody has an understanding of what to realistically expect, because when you use dollar values, it kind of skews your expectancy of what your outcome should actually be, and we don't want that to happen. Because just because you see us go from 500 to 10,000, you know, that's probably not going to be the same thing that happens for you whenever you decide to make trades or, you know, calls like the same thing that we're doing. And we want to make sure we just give you the correct information in terms of percentage wise. That's it. But after that, this is one of the good things about just trading. I don't know how long we're going to be in this bubble, because we were having a discussion about AI taking over when it comes to trading. And, you know, it is very possible, especially when it comes to hedge funds. Retail traders will definitely be fine. But because of how hedge funds operate, you know, people want to make sure their money is growing and it is actually secure. So, but for the time being, we're just going to take advantage of what we can. We were able to just, you know, analyze the charts, not do anything crazy or not overthink the situation. And then we just went for a drive. We met up with Anthony, big homie. I appreciate his time. I appreciate his energy. And Eli. Anthony's a real estate agent and Eli is a professional tailor. So if you guys are looking for properties or you're looking for suits, yeah, we got them for you. Yeah, drive was amazing, scenic. These streets, and I can't tell you where we are, but these streets where we are, hopefully you can pick up a couple details, geographical details, and find out where we are if I do decide to include them. And yeah, you know, and then we came home, ended the day. We're gonna do some more research. Tomorrow we should be opening up decently. Let me see how much we're up right now. Chotto mateo. Oh yeah, options, the 260 July 31st call, buy call. The 260 call that expires tomorrow is up 444%. And the reality is, even though we're up right now, we have to see what price does at market open, because if you're actually trading and you know how these things work, we could wake up tomorrow, we tank, and there's no jinxing, quote unquote jinxing, you know, in trading. It just is what it is, and that's how we look at it. There's no like I want to say ghosts or anything that's stopping you from making money. Is just what it is. Like if Amazon was to go to 270, Amazon is just going to go to 270 whether we liked it or not. Yeah, tomorrow we have more stuff planned, so we'll update you guys as much as we go. Zelly trades with the Titan.